and that they might have it more abundantly. Welcome to the Antidote.
Hey guys, welcome to the Antidote Show. I'm your host, Marshall Brown. Now listen guys, thank you guys for your patience. Thank you guys for supporting the show. We are doing a lot of great things this year. I'm telling you, the enemy comes in like a flood, but God lifts up a standard. He always has another way when he's doing things, especially when it's for him. He's going to make a way. So guys, today I have such an amazing guest. She has become a good friend, a confidant. Listen, a prayer warrior. You talking about praying. My sister can do that for sure. But listen, it's so much that I can say about her because she helps me out so much. She just gets me so ready. Let me make sure my clothes right. Yeah, I didn't have to make a dress person this morning. You know how that go. But listen. Miss Eva Bellamy, let me tell you something. I can't say enough about this young lady. When I'm telling you, she does it all when it comes to production, and she can do your hair too. You know what I'm saying? She got a little side job she do, get your money right too. But listen, Eva, you know what? Look, let me just stop it. I'm just going to bring her on. But listen, we have a playwright, an author. She does it all. When it comes to production, she does it all. Now, she worked on, I'm just going to bring her on. Okay, look, that's enough with it. Let me bring her on. Introduce to some and present to others, Miss Eva Bellamy. Girl. Hey, sis. How are you today?
Hey.
What's it doing, girl? We always get in the middle. We get in there late. We got to check ourselves. We got to make sure we all tight and everything.
Yeah.
But Miss Eva, listen, girl. First, I want to thank you for coming on to the show. And I want to thank you just for being you. You don't find a lot of genuine people that are really genuinely in your corner and got your back. And when I tell you from day one I met you, we knew each other. Girl, we go way back. They don't know. We go way back like flat tires, you know what I'm saying? But Eva, yeah, girl, I can't take that back, child. You got to keep that right. We got too many sisters without edges, baby. But listen, Eva, I wanted to bring you on today because the world needs to know what you're doing. I know we talked about it like, no, I don't want to. No, let's wait. No, it's about you. But no, sis, I'm one that I like to give my flowers while you're here. Yeah. I think that it's important that we shift each other's crown. I think it is important that we lift each other up because we all in the same race, right? Yeah. And it doesn't matter who finished first, long as we finish. And if I finish before you, I finish too, because I'm with you. So we all gonna cross that finish line. Yeah. So we ain't losing our place in line. So listen, without further ado, Miss Eva, I know you have a production company. Tell me about your production company, because people need to know. People need to know, Miss Eva Bellamy, honey. They better get with it. They better get right. Okay. So Eva, tell us about your production company.
Yes, Marsha, thank you for having me on this amazing show. So the production company God gave me is called Tell a Vision Productions and Publishing, and God gave that to me over 2 decades ago, when I came to Atlanta from Jersey with 2 small children to start a hair salon and to find myself with 2 small kids within 30 days.
Wow.
But I knew that I had a purpose here in Atlanta, so I stayed. And so as I continued my journey of doing the hair, God began to speak to me, and He told me, hair is something that was within my blood. he said, you know, because I was just crying baby. My dad here, my auntie did hair, you know, my sister did hair. But God says, I placed a greater purpose in you, and this is, you know, you being in the entertainment industry, and you know, not only writing clean entertainment, but also to teaching these different entertainers that they don't have to be tricked by the enemy and sell their souls. And so God gave me Tell A Vision Productions and Publishing. He said, because you're going to breathe life into other people's vision, and not only you know, manifest your vision, but also manifest others. So here we are. You know,
I know that's right. So, girl, our story is pretty much alike. You know, I went from homelessness, been here, 25 years, and listen, and I've seen it. And, you know, in this industry, a lot of people sell their souls for money and clout, you know, and they don't trust in Jesus Christ. You know, God is the author and the finisher of our faith. And if we just have faith to get there. And I admire that about you, that you have faith, even with your 2 babies sleeping in the car. You have faith to endure the promises that God had for you, and you just kept on moving. And I think that's the trick to it, is to keep moving, because what God said, it will not come back void. It will not come back void. So I see that you did some stuff with Meet the Browns. How did that go? How was that working? Because, you know, you got to do These Are the Real Browns here. You got to do that production. These Are the Real Browns here, baby. So I know y'all met the Browns, but let me tell y'all, these are the real Browns. When this one come out, I don't think they're ready for it. I don't really think they're ready to really see the real Browns. Okay, so how was it working with Tyler Perry and Meet the Browns?
Well, you know, I didn't meet Tyler Perry per se, so I had a friend who was Tyler's line producer. And this is back in 2008. And I knew that God called me to this industry, but, you know, at the same time, I'm like, okay, you know, God, you pulled me from doing hair. I'm still trying to do hair, but you're drawing stuff up, you know, but and I still have to pay these bills and stuff like that. So one of my friends, who at the time was his line producer, and he was like, well, Eva, you know, just come down to the studio, you know, and let's work on some if we can get your writing job. So I'm in a room with his writers, and you know, I was working on Meet the Brown with them, and I'm like, okay, this is cool, you know. So I'm excited, thinking, okay, this is a great opportunity. I'm gonna get a writing job. And so as time passed, you know, like one day, they gave us a tour around the studio, and I heard God say, "You're not here for a writing job." God says, you're here, so I can show you what I'm going to bless you with if you faint not.
Right.
Wow. So just the experience of just being, you know, surrounded around not just writers, but being in his first studio that was on Palm Street in Atlanta. God was showing me, you know, Tyler was not just a creative person, but a business person. And God says, that's what I'm going to need you to be. And so this is why, like, with my plays and all the projects I produce, I also funded it out of my own pocket and selling cheesecake, girl. That's another business God had gave me. So
okay. See, I know you was a baker now. You're going to have to bring a cheesecake to the studio. I mean, you know, we are entrepreneurs, and when you're an entrepreneur, your hand is in a lot of things. You know, you're a master. What is that? You're a master. What is that? You're a jack of all trades.
I heard that, but I rephrase it to jack of all trades, master of them all. Right? Because
I know that's right.
Those things that be not as they are, and I have mastered them. You know, now it's all about, you know, teaching people how to fund their stuff, because I've been through it, you know, baking cheesecakes, working, you know, multiple jobs, being a single mom, trying to birth out my dreams that God gave me and not getting the support. That's very, very, very hard.
You know, and I know firsthand that it's very hard with doing the Antidote Show for over 15 years. it's been really hard, especially for support and funding. Funding, I'm telling you, out of my own pocket, doing shows and putting on events and things like that, it gets very taxing. And you're taken away from home to pursue your dream. And you think like, does anybody see me? Does anyone believe in what I have? You know, and being that I've always looked at it that I have an audience of one. You know, if I look at it that I have an audience of one, the only one I have to please and that will fund is that one, and that's Jesus. And so when I look at it as I have an audience of one and I'm performing or ministering to him, then it helps me to continue to keep moving, because then that delivers me from the people. I get so delivered from the people, because then I'm like, you know, well, if you're not going to help me fund this, then what what you have to say means nothing. Yes, so I think that helps us to keep on keeping on, because we know God is always moving. He's omnipresent. He's everywhere we go, and he sees what we need. Right. And he will use anybody to give it to us, willing or unwillingly. It's great. Then he's going to shake them pockets. You know, God's going to shake them pockets. Yeah. So with doing hair, you know, you said you did hair, and, you know, I've been a stylist for 33 years. How was that? Because that money's coming and coming and coming. How was that? I know for me, as God has dried it up, you know, he's drying it up. I do still have some clients that I do. I'm sure I have some people out there looking for me that can't find me because God won't allow them to. Because he's like, you know, that season is like over. That time is over. I'm moving you into something new. How was that transition moving from a cosmetologist into production? Because I know the money shifted.
Well, it was like this for me. When God told me to pull back from doing hair, I heard it. I received it, and I started operating, you know, in what God said, but it didn't make sense, because here I am, I have two small kids, and you told me to move to Atlanta, you told me to stay here. But then on the flip side, when you have family and other people that don't understand your purpose and your destiny, you know, their influence and them talking in your ear can cause you to go backwards, or I should say walk around circles like the Israelites, right? When God told Moses to lead the Israelites to the promised land, they did what? Murmur, complaining, because it was unfamiliar to them. And so for me, you know, I've always trusted what God said, but it was like kind of like you looking at your situation, but then you have people on the flip side saying, I don't understand, you're crazy, you're this, you're that. So I found myself doing both. Right. And so I'm doing both, and I'm trying to juggle it. But then I'm like, Lord, you know, this is like, oh, you get family members. They're like, I think you should be trying to do hair. What are you doing? And then you start doing the hair, and you're like, okay, you see things prospering. And then God hit it down. What did I tell you? Who are you going to listen to? Who are you going to be obedient to? Are you going to be obedient to them, or are you going to listen to me? So I went through the cycle since, like, I want to say 18 years, you know. Wow. And I'm like, okay. So I've gotten to the place where I have such a laser focus. I don't hear no one's voices. I've shut them out. I'm like, Lord, it doesn't have to make sense. You know, I'm like, I'm going to trust what you said, because when I look into Atlanta right now, I saw the prophecy that came to pass when God told me in 2001, I had an inner-body experience. Right, wasn't even thinking about doing nothing in entertainment, writing, or anything, or even ministry. God took me out of my body. I was looking down in Atlanta, and I saw Hollywood. That's what he was saying. God says Atlanta is going to be a place of entertainment, and you're going to produce and write not only faith-based films, but you're going to be my mouthpiece and teach my lost that's among the secular world, the lost sheep of Israel. Right. I'm going to minister to them and tell them, according to my word, that they don't have to lose their soul riches, because I created it all. So since God gave me that word almost 18 years ago, the battle has been real.
And it gets real, especially when you walk on a journey and you trusting God to do what he said. Of course, everything comes at you. Everything comes at you. And I think that's why it's so important to have an intercessory team, to have a team that's going to help pray you through.
Yes.
Because this journey, it ain't easy. People make it think it look like it's easy, and we should do this and we should do that, but they don't know the real struggle in it, in the warfare in it. And a lot of it, and it's sad to say, that a lot of it comes from family and your closest friends, because one, the enemy, his job ain't never changed. So he's going to continue to bring in distractions, and he know what's close to you to distract you. And it's usually with family, like, he would try to come in, like with my mom being sick or something like that. But like I said, he sets up room for his own failure. What you say. So, he don't have no win. And so I just laugh at him like, is you crazy? You got to be crazy for real. Because you coming at me. Do you know who I am? I'm a child of the Most High, and that's how we have to look at it, to keep ourselves grounded to what God has called us to do, because he's not a God that he should lie, nor the son of man which he should repent. So what he said, he will bring it to pass as long as we do our part as being obedient to what he has called us to do. Now, we can see the blessing and not be able to touch it because of our lack of obedience, and people don't see it that way. They're like, I just missed my chance. Why did you miss your chance? Why did that not come forth for you? Why? And we don't self-examine ourselves. I think it's very important for us to self-examine ourselves as we moving towards the mark.
Absolutely.
Of what God, because he bringeth riches, he addeth no sorrow.
Yes.
So why would we find ourselves in sorrow as God is blessing us? That's a trick of the enemy.
Yeah.
That's a true trick.
Yes, and I think it goes back to Deuteronomy 31, right? The beginning part talks about the blessings when you obey and listen to God, and that's actually how my book goes out, but when you listen to God, God says what? You shall eat the fruit of the land. He won't withhold no good thing from you, and it goes on and on. But then the latter part of that particular passage, or I should say book, basically tell us, listen, if you don't listen, these things is going to come upon you. And, as believers, we got to keep it real. It's many times I do this, right? Because God said go left, and I went to the right. It's because I listened to daddy, or I listened to a cousin, or I listened to a friend. God says, no. You gotta master it, okay? Because I cannot. How can you go forth and teach people how to hear my voice and how to be obedient? And you can't get off this little yellow bus.
Right, the little yellow, the little yellow bus,
right?
That's right.
I got it. Why? Because one, God had to number one. God wiped out my entire surroundings, right? Because God says number one, they can't go where you're going, and He said they have no power. Because if they have power, they're place they started talking about, right?
That's
so
right.
God has exposed it and allowed me to see. So now that He got me. Clean slate, and I'm on that path of, just not only excelling, but around the prayer warriors, around the type of people that can watch you in the spirit. It's been a smooth ride. And
I know that's right.
I'm that out of faith. Why? Because I'm not even going to give the enemy any type of credit. We talk about the enemy too much.
That's right. Say that again.
Say
that again, like he my friend. He ain't my friend.
And let God arise.
And allow your enemies to be scattered.
Okay. So yeah.
And he's done some scattering. Okay, so we're gonna be right back. Listen, guys, you got to stay tuned. This is Mrs. Eva Bellamy. Let me tell you something. She's doing great things. She's doing great things in the community. She's doing great things in society, man. She's doing the thing. So hold tight. We'll be right back right after this word. Okay? God bless you. Sorry. There you go.
All right, now my beef stew is ready. Oh yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Oh, it feel good. Oh, what is in this? What is in this? Hello? Hey, Sister Ann, how you doing? Yeah. Girl, did you see the story today? Yeah, I saw. I saw that. I saw all of it. Yes, I did.
Ooh, ouch. Hey, Mom.
Hey, sweetheart.
What's for?
Girl, you know what? They need to kill me. They're messing with that man's right. They'll kill him, they'll kill him.
I don't know what you get out of watching them stories all day. You're just wasting your time on a bunch of drama.
And
Mama,
let me let you go. Because Michael looking at me like she was saw some kind of murder. Okay. Talk to you later. Okay. So how was your day?
let's see. I never lost a case in my life until today. And I've been stuck on the interstate for the past 40 minutes. And I wore these pretty big shoes, and now my feet feel like a fat man in a girdle.
Oh, baby, sound like you had a bad day.
I worked in lunch, so
Well, guess what? I'm going to go in here and fix you a plate. Because guess what I did?
what?
I made your favorite.
What's that?
Beef stew. I made it for you, just for you.
That's what that is? I will probably have some of that later. Where is everyone?
Okay, your sisters went down there. Oh, okay, Shaka. I thought the three of you said you had some business to take care of.
Well, we did. Right in Marshall, they had business. Girl, sell too. Oh, my credit cards is mad.
Oh my God. You look beat.
Not as beat as you do. And at least I have a reason.
You know what? You don't have to get smart. I was only asking how your day went.
No, you didn't ask me how my day was. You made a smart comment like you always do. And smart is who I am. How do you think I became an attorney? Don't touch me. Michael, you okay? Yes, Lincoln's hot breakfast.
You know what? I'm not going to stoop to your level. I don't like her always talking smart.
Huh? What did you say?
I said I don't like you.
And I don't like you either. So if you got something you want to say, man up.
Man up.
I'm sorry. Did I call you a man? Maybe it's that mustache that's confusing me.
You know what? There's nothing on me that looks like a man. If you would like to handle this right now, you always running your mouth. I'll drop you in this house. I'm sick and tired of you always saying things about
The both of you with this cigarette. If you don't stop acting like children. Girl, I will slap you back.
Oh my God, that Eva. Girl, that is so good. So tell us about your playwriting. Like, that was awesome. Honey, that looked like a Tyler Perry clip to me, honey. That was so good. Guys, I hope you enjoying this today. We have Miss Eva Bellamy here. She does playwriting. She's a book writer. She's an author. She's a producer, line producer. She's an intercessor. She's one of my best friends. Come on, guys, give it up for Eva. Girl, that was so good. So tell us about that journey.
Girl, it's been a journey. It's been a journey, and I'm still on the train, right? That was my first play that I did. I did it in Houston. It's called All My Sisters and Me. And All My Sisters and Me deals with sibling rivalry. It was four sisters that lost their dad, and the dad basically told the mom to keep his daughters together until someone got married. So Micah ended up, getting married, but with a very bad divorce, and asked her mom could she come back and keep, her father wishes. So her mom said yes, but when she came back, with that bitter spirit, and it kind of festered within, or I should say amongst the sisters. But God had to allow some things to happen to teach, the sisters to pull together.
Wow.
So that was my very first play. I didn't put it on YouTube or anything. It's because there's some technical things such as the mic and lighting.
Right. But that was listen, it doesn't even matter. When people people always hear me say, girl, don't be saying you tried, do it. Listen, you did it.
Yeah.
And you did it well. We have technical difficulties on this show, child.
Yeah.
So but we're going to move forward and we're going to do it. I applaud you, my sister, because that looked really, really good. I know y'all want to see some more out there. Okay. She got another one. I'm going to show y'all a little bit more.
I will go ahead and post it on, YouTube. I think here's the thing. God take us.
Do it on demand or pay-per-view. Charge a small amount and let them come in and watch. You know what I'm saying? Because we have things that are of value. And God wants us to use those things. And I know that he's collaborated us to do some things for us to bring forth wealth. But we have to find exactly what he has for us to do. It's a lot of things that we do, from hair to the financial part. There's a lot of stylists out there watching this right now. Y'all want a bad team to come to y'all shop and get y'all right? I will get you right. I'll teach you everything you need to know concerning hair, and she gonna tell you how to invest your money. So we can do that, girl. It's things that we can do, and it's coming together, collaborating with one another. Like I said, without that envy, strife that they always say that females have. Black women can't get along. Yes, we can. We can get along. It's called respect for one another. Yeah. It's called stay in your lane and let me do what's in my lane. Mm-hmm. And we can ride this ride together. And that's the reason why in our Black communities and with our Black people, and I'm going to say brown, I'm brown, child. I ain't Black. This jacket Black. I'm brown. But with our brown people, reason why things don't work. Listen, Obama was not the first president. Okay, let's take it there. Mm-hmm. We had articles. Then there came the Constitution. But we were in power as a people. Mm-hmm. And reason why we lost our power from lack of organization, and lack of respect. Come on.
God.
Obedience, right. And so we lost position, but we can very well get that position back as a people as we unite. That's why I don't want, guys, y'all know I've always walked in Martin Luther King parade. Always. The last couple of years, God said no. And I was like, well, why? He said, first of all, the people are asleep. They can't hear you. And they're still trying to overcome. We sing that song every time. We shall I was sick of that. I told her I have overcome.
Right.
And he said that we can by shows like the Antidote Show, other shows where we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and our testimony. Put God first.
Yes.
Confess your sins. If you judge yourself, you can't be judged. There's no way for God to judge you because you've already judged yourself. You've already confessed your sins. Well, I don't want to tell people my sin is I don't want nobody to know my shame. Well, it ain't your shame. What you've gone through, everything that you've gone through, Eva, you didn't go through for Eva, you went through for someone else.
Absolutely.
And if we would get to a place as a people to put all that aside and do the agenda of Christ, do what he has called us to do as a people, we will overcome. We have overcome, but we won't lay aside our selfish ways, always trying to beat people out of something. Yes, yes, yes. So you want to ask questions on why we on StreamYard? DM me and I'll tell you what happened, because I don't play with people. I'm a very no-nonsense person when it comes to what God has called me to do. And if I see you not walking with Christ and you portraying that you are, am I perfect? Not at all. But I do have a sense of discernment, right? And I'm very no-nonsense with it. So when God connects me with a great people, I'm going to see who laboring among me. And if you're not walking, we're not talking the same conversation, we're not talking the same thing, I'm not going to throw you out with the bathwater, but you're not sitting at my table. Right. You know, let's keep it 100. You're not sitting at my table. You know, so we have to collaborate. We have to pull each other up out the box. Don't hold the ladder and tell me you looking to help me and you won't even put the ladder down so I can get up.
Right.
And you standing at the top. I've been next to them all, millionaires, billionaires, and all that. I'm no respected person. If you're a billionaire, you acting a fool, baby, I can delete you because your money don't make me, because I got a daddy that owns everything. And if you don't have respect for women or respect for me, I will delete you quick. You know? And we have to get like that, especially in this industry when men are getting paid more than women actresses. We hear it all the time. You hear you just heard it with The Color Purple, Taraji, all that, Oprah, all that kind of stuff. It's alleged. I don't know. That's one story and here's another. But however, it gives you the mindset to pay attention. We know what we've gone through, you know, in our walk. So we know what we don't want to do in our productions. Okay. So I admire you. Listen, guys, I know y'all want to see a little bit more. Okay. I'm going to show y'all something else. Hold on. Watch it.
All of your accomplishments, you've been through a lot, darling. You deserve a good man just like your father. A man that loves you limitlessly.
Okay. I thought that was a little longer than it was, but tell us about that scene. Was that the same play?
No, that's a different play. So that one is Holy Seduction. That's the one I did right before COVID for Valentine's Day. In Atlanta, Stanford. That was a musical as well. So I love writing music. So I add music to my plays. But Holy Seduction is about positioning yourself so God can bless you with the partner that he has for you, right? A lot of times we don't live that single life completely. We try to occupy ourselves with someone and thinking that, you know, God is going to push that person out the way and bring Boaz, and it doesn't work like that. God wants us to be whole and complete. So Thelma was dating someone for 3 years. He was wasting his time. So that's on Valentine's Day when her and her mom was having this conversation. And her mom was basically telling her, like, what do you see in this guy? And her mom gave her some advice. And she told her, as soon as you release that man, because obviously he's not for you, he's a little boy, he played video games, and you know, he's pretty much beneath you, right? He don't value you. And so as soon as she released him, God sends Solomon.
Wow. Well, you know, I'm waiting on my Boaz, and I hope he ain't a broke ass. Yeah, you know, it's something when you're single. Now, I've been married before, of course. My baby daddy, he was good to raise, to have my babies, I ain't gonna say he was a bad guy. He was a very good guy. He just wasn't ready, and neither was I at the time. Just to keep it 100. But I mean, it's all good. But once you know that, and once you see that, then you make adjustments to do better. And it's really rough out in these streets, these Facebook streets, Facebook streets, YouTube streets, Instagram streets, all these streets it's kind of rough, especially to wait on someone who is genuine and who is right for you, equally yoked. Yeah. Because I've run across a lot of unequally yoked brothers, and I could have been unequally yoked to them, not popping my collar or anything, but it's rough being a single woman out here these days. Y'all, I'm sure if you Google me, you saw me telling them I ain't got time for no booty games. Okay, I kept it 100, and y'all can Google it and check me out. I was on Kendra G. Yes, Kendra, I'm coming back, girl, because I gotta tell you all about them. But listen, back to the story.
I think Marshall, when a woman value herself, and she's complete. The weight doesn't, it doesn't matter, right? Because your mind is focused on your assignment, it's focused on the Most High, and your value. It's kind of like somebody has said this to me a while back. You can test drive any of the cars, whether it's a Mercedes, a Cadillac, a Toyota, but when you're talking about a car with value, like a Rolls Royce or a Bugatti, guess what? You're not going to test drive it. You need to come prepared to purchase. And so
say that.
I'm a Bugatti. And
I know that's right. I'm a Maserati, baby.
Right. Exactly. So you ain't coming to test drive me.
I'm kind of ride out. Well, let's talk about it. Because so you have some books. You've written a trilogy, right? So kind of tell us about that. I might get all tongue-tied, child, but you know what I mean. So tell us about your book writing and your books, and where can we find your books at?
This is Hawking to the Spirit. First sequel. This is second sequel. And the third one, actually, they can actually get that online. I have a release for that in February. I just wanted people to more so take that time to read the first one because it's pretty thick, and the second one, and also like I said, the third one they can get probably like in February. But Hawking to the Spirit. Okay, so it was first named The Spirit Has Spoken. This is back in 2000, right? I had to go through a journey with it because I didn't do exactly what God called me to do with it because I had all these other things I was juggling. But the book, the base of the book teach my readers on how to listen to the voice of God. And how that experience came to me was when I was here in Atlanta, when I first, in the very beginning when my kids were younger, lost my job because I took my son with me to work, didn't have a babysitter, and I decided that I was going to be a dancer here in Atlanta just to make extra money, and to catch up so I wouldn't lose anything. I had this in New Jersey when I modeled. I never wanted to be a dancer. I always wanted to be a model. That was always my dream. But because of lack of support, I've always had that mindset of I don't need anyone to validate me. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to hustle and make it happen. That's what I did. In Jersey. But when I moved to Atlanta, that wasn't my plan at all. But because of circumstances and because of a suggestion of a friend, I started dancing. So within 8 months in, the Spirit of God came to me, and He actually showed me a vision of me being shot and killed. He said, if you don't turn around, He said that you won't be here to see your kids. And I heard it so vividly. God says, I did not send you here for this. You're on the wrong path, the wrong people, so turn. So 2001, 2002, 360 turnaround. Stop dancing, stop smoking weed, all of that. And been walking with the Lord ever since.
Amen.
And so the book To set the record straight, Hawkins' Spirit is about a story that is based on true facts of life. Right, I put some of my experience inside of Eva's character and other characters as well. But the book is about people that have gone through, missing it, not you know what I'm saying, not hearing God's voice, and then you have Satan talking to you, trying to sway you off that path. And so I named the character Evie because I can relate. Now within the book through drugs, she went through, being doped up, all that stuff that never happened. But I have experienced, the rape part and different things that Evie went through. And the Bible says this: they are overcomers by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. So God said this is prophetic. He said this book is designed for not only for you to teach people how to listen to me, right, and obey my voice, but to testify and paint the picture of how the enemy works, right? How you may go through some things, right? But I will bring you out. You may miss it, but I will bring you out. And all throughout the book, that's all you see. Evie hear God's voice, miss it, and God bring it out. And so the second trilogy, it shows how she, accepted Christ in her life when she started to defense. See, here's the thing: people don't realize that the enemy don't bother people that he already had. He bothered the mind that used to run with him.
That's a threat.
And he's like, and we pretty much said, deuces to him, and we're on the other side. And then now you're for him. So now his job is to still could destroy you. But that's where on the whole armor. So the book is show how he both is this encounter of starting to finish and because her parents, were out of her life, mystery, and she's angry, right? And so she goes through this episode of being possessed by a demon, and the bishop cast the demon out of her. And God pretty much, worked on the heart of her long lost friend that she's angry with. God bring her to Atlanta and allow them to cross paths because God is working through her to solve his mystery. So in the last sequel, it pretty much reveals what happened to her parents, how Eve had this encounter with God, and how God really deal with her and give her this final word: you better get it together, okay?
I know. I've had one, girl. I had one of them experiences too when I was moved here from Kentucky, and he gave me a 10-day notice, and I was like, I came here for 3 days on a fast, and he said, you have 10 days to move out of Georgia or you will die. And I was like, oh my God, like 10 days. And he was like, real about it. Like, I heard it so clear just as we talking. Guess who was out of Kentucky in 10 days? Baby, with a U-Haul, a U-Haul, a floor model TV, food for my kids and clothes. Now, people ask me often, why you have a floor model TV? I said, because if we didn't have anywhere to live. We were homeless. We were living in a U-Haul, right? But if my kids, we got somewhere and they was like, your kids can't watch no TV over here. They got their own TV. How about that? So we had the U-Haul. And I tell you, I got receipts. People will tell you it was 3, and it's a movie. That's why I'm telling you that, because we got a whole movie right here, a whole play. Okay, we was going to the 559 pulled up in the U-Haul, baby, smoking blunts, getting high. I'm telling you, we done been there. So our stories are so alike, So tell me, Eva, with all this being said, where do you see yourself in the next 2 to 5 years? Where do you see yourself going with your playwriting, with your productions? Because she's a hell of a production. I'm telling you, she got it going on. I'm just so excited and what God has for us. But tell us, where do you see yourself in the next 2 to 5 years?
I see myself within beyond 2 to 5 years until I take my last breath in this earthly realm, fully walking in God's purpose and not allowing to pull me or situations to pull me in opposite directions. I know that God has called me to not only to be an entrepreneur, but to be a philanthropist, to teach other people, to teach other people ownership as I take ownership. So I see myself walking in, not only writing stage plays to books, working on some films as we speak, ministry, taking the mic and not dropping it, and setting free, and just really being the ambassador and the warrior that God's called me to be. Because, I went through all the hell that I went through because the enemy thought, no, God says, okay, now it's my turn. That's my warrior right there. And I know that I'm here to pave the way for the return of our Messiah. So that's the writing, all of it.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. So you, in all your books, you teach people how to hear from God, right?
Well, not all my books.
Well,
the ones that's out, yeah.
Right. Okay, the ones that are out. Let's be okay, no problem. But so if we have someone who's watching and they say, I don't know how to hear from God. I hear all these voices. Which one is him? They all sound in my voice. Like, how do I hear from God? Can you give someone that's listening in a gym? And I also like to invite that person out to come and visit me at Faith and Deliverance. But I'm telling you, it's on point. But tell someone how they can hear from God who's confused on the voice.
Well, the number one thing of hearing from God is having a relationship, right? That's just like in order to hear the voice of a partner, you have to spend time with them. That partner was down the street calling you. You know their voice. It's because you spend time with them. And so, how do you spend time with God? In God's voice is His word, and His word is His voice. You gotta download stuff. And so as you download this stuff, and you're familiarized with statutes, with his voice, how he moves, how he thinks about things, how the things that God is not going to tolerate, all these different things. So when you begin to spend time in God's presence, now you're sensitive to the voice. Now the Holy Spirit will come in and help you. You're not supposed to be doing that now. Right now, if you've been out there doing all types of stuff in the world and wondering what's Satan, all you gotta do is 1 John 1:9. Repent of all of your sin, and God is just to forgive you. And then you confess Romans 10:9 and 10. And you ask Christ to come into your heart. I often get so caught up in teaching about the man Jesus, we forget about the principle. The word Jesus means power in the flesh. You need power to walk in the earthly realm. If you don't have power, you're done.
Right. And then also they get caught up in the man when he left his spirit, and we operate in the spirit of him. And that's where a lot of us lose it. And you hear people, I ain't serving no man. Operate in the spirit, because your spirit is showing me who you are serving. So exactly. Make sure you're in the right spirit when you're looking to hear from him.
Yes. Because
he operates in spirit and in truth. And if you telling lies, you operating in Satan, regardless of who you professing. Prophet lies. There's a lot of them going on out here, And it's time. Listen, people. It's time out for playing church. It's time out for playing church. And you're looking at a building to be the church. You are the church. You are the church. He died for you. He died for your sins. He died for you to have a voice to blast your trumpet in this world in spirit and in truth. And we have to get back to the basics of who God is so that he can do great things. Like, sis, I'm so excited for you. I'm so honored to be in your presence, just really, because I see the the priesthood on your life. You know, I see the things God is doing in your world, and I'm thankful to be a part of it. I thank God for this friendship, this fellowship, this entrepreneurship, whatever the ships you want to call it, ships. I'm just excited to be a part of what you have going on, because listen, one thing I know for certain and two things for sure, you operate in a spirit of excellence. You make sure that it's right. And I love that. And see, the enemy, he wants to keep coming at you because he knows your threat, he knows your power, and he knows your determination. And I'm telling you, sis, you keep that thing. You keep all those keys that you have, because you are doing a mighty work. I'm telling you from my heart. I thank God for you. You know, I get a little but I honestly do. I thank God for you. All the work that you've done. I'm telling you, sis, a standing ovation. You do great work. We all have little glitches. Ain't nothing perfect. That's why we continue to keep practicing. But one thing that I really love that my apostle said last week, y'all practice how to do everything. You practice on hating. You practice on being rude to people. You practice on, but do you practice on being righteous? Let's practice that. We practice hair. We practice, everything else. But do you practice on your righteousness? It doesn't make you perfect, but it puts you closer to Christ, and it helps you to establish good relationships. I keep long relationships. I'm really longevity, but I'm no nonsense with it. Like I said, I don't care if you have, excuse me, y'all, because she pulled a little tear too. Excuse me, but I really don't. And people say, "Oh, well, that's rude," or that's real. And people don't want to keep things real out here in these streets. You don't want to keep it real. You want to play with folks. Ain't nobody have time to play with people. Not during this time. It's about being about our Father's business. And that's what I love about you, sis, that you're about your Father's business, regardless of what you go through, regardless of what it looks like, regardless of the circumstances. You even encourage me like, hey, sis, come on now. Now we're going to speak those things into existence. I don't care what it looks like now. We're going to get them mics. Yes, we need sponsorship for mics. So if you'd like to send us some sponsorship, please do visit me at merchellbrown.com. We need some lava mics. We need some things. We'd love to take it. I don't care if it's $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $1 million. I don't care. If you like to be a part of what God is doing in our lives, because he's doing it in our lives. That's all of our lives. If we yield ourselves to him and allow him to do the work, your trumpet is your mouth. Make sure that everything that's coming out of your mouth is good. It's good. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me, child, because Eva will tell you, girl, you should have wiped your nose. She would get you right on your productions. Like, for real, if you have a production and you need a floor production person, or you need someone to help you with your production, or even you need someone to help you with your books, or even your finances, she might need to tighten your weave, baby, and she'll make you a cheesecake too. So please contact my sister Eva. Let me make all her information is scrolling at the bottom. Get in touch with her. And listen, guys, Eva, is there anything else you would like to leave the audience before we depart? We have a few more minutes.
Yes, I would like to leave you. I know that Facebook and Instagram and social media are those that's there, to allow you to connect with family members and loved ones, and even to market your business. But I want you to also know that it can be a distraction, and it is a distraction. I call it the modern day patient, right? Because it is designed to distract you. Okay, people can't even wake up fresh in the morning without rolling over and looking at phones and going on social media. So I encourage you this week Keep your phone away. Okay? You can use it as an alarm. Keep it away and spend time with God. Lay there to wake me up this morning. Thank you for covering me and protecting me and providing for me, Lord God. Many that did not wake up, but you saw fit to wake me up and just have that conversation.
Yes, that's it.
Start talking to you.
That's it, because like you said, look, he already tells you what the social media is, guys. It's a principality.
It is.
It's set up in high places to set you up. Listen to World Wide Web. Come on. Internet. Come on, guys. It is don't take a rocket scientist. Look up www. That's 666. It's a trick of the enemy. All things work together for our good. He's allowed us to use this platform on social media for our good. So don't let those things conform you to bad. Don't let your good be evil spoken of while you out here in these streets. Make sure that the things that are coming out of your mouth and the things that you're pushing forward people are to build them, to uplift them, to motivate them, to encourage them for the kingdom. And like she said, take time out and spend time with God. You spend time with everybody else in your day. Mm-hmm. Even on your job, you get a 30-minute or you get an hour break. You won't spend time with God. You're going to run to Chick-fil-A. You're going to run somewhere to get something to eat. And of course, they're not my sponsor, so this is a free one for them. But you run to those things, but take time out of your car. 15 minutes and have time with God and talk to him and say, God, is this really where you want me? Is this a job you want me on, Lord God? I know you have something better for me. Speak to me, Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit will speak to you just that easy. It's just that easy. People make it this big old. It's not. It is really simple. It's an easy thing to do. Y'all like easy stuff. Come on, she gave you a challenge. Spend time with the Lord, and he is on your side. I promise you, he got you. I got you. I know he got you. If he ain't got you, child, I'm going to give you $5. I promise he got you. I ain't even got $5. I'm going to give you $5. But Eva, thank you so much for coming on to the Antidote Show. Thank you for your awesome testimony. I believe that God is going to do great things in your life in this upcoming year and even more. He set it up for the remnant. And the remnant is coming up. And you have to understand if you're a part of the remnant. I remember one time I was in Las Vegas and I had this dream. I was on a unicycle. And I was trying to figure out, Lord, why you put me on a unicycle? And they over there in this car and they over there in this. And he said, because the road I have you on is narrow. He said, narrow is the way. Everybody can't get in on a bike. Everybody can't get in on a three-wheeler. Everybody can't get on a car. Everybody can't get in. Narrow is the way. And you're on this unicycle for a reason, because I got you on a narrow path. And you have to keep in it and keep your focus and your gaze on me. Yeah. We have to gaze at God. We have to, we have our peripherals or whatever. You know how that works, But, if you always see horses, they have blinders so that they won't get distracted for what's beside them, because then they'll get to kicking and bucking. Same way in the spirit. Stay focused on Christ. Yes. Stay focused on Christ. Stay focused on what he has you to do. Don't get distracted from what other people are doing, because they mean you no good. And even if they say they for you, know who labor among you. And tell them, like I tell them, kick rocks. I don't have a problem with telling people to kick rocks. And people are like, why you tell her to kick rocks? Because she need to kick boulders.
Well, I pray them away.
Hey, I do that too, but I want them to kick some rocks, because they need to feel as they leaving that they done hurt themselves for messing with a king. Look, I'm a child of the king. Okay, so don't play with me. All right. So, because my God has the antidote. Okay. The God that I serve has the antidote. And I know he does, because I've seen it time and time again that he's the antidote. But the thing that you need to do is get a dose. Okay. Are they ready for that? They ain't ready, Eva. They ain't ready for us. So Eva's information is scrolling at the bottom. Please make sure and visit her on Facebook at Eva Bellamy and or IG at I am Eva Bellamy. Eva, I love you so much, girl. Congratulations on everything that you're doing. You're doing great work. Thank you for being a part of the Antidote Show team. well, Marshall Brown's team, because we're doing a lot of stuff. Antidote, Conversation Piece, child, documentaries, child, movies, child. We're doing it all. Playwrights. That girl is doing it. You know, but guess what? I would not be doing it if I did not put God first. We have to know order. We got to put God first, then ourselves, and then, you know, our husbands, you know, all that. But make sure God is first, okay? He's the head of your life, and he's doing everything for you. All right? So, Eva, thank you, my love. I'm so glad you were able to come onto the show. Listen, I had to bring you on against y'all's better judgment. I know y'all was like, listen, Marshall, let's focus on the show. Let's do I said, listen, I need to let people know who's laboring among me and let them know that I got great women and great men that are on my team, and we doing great things because we believe in the same God and we all pray together. Eva got me over here dripping over here. Y'all don't pay me no mind. Y'all do it too, man. Don't pay me no mind. But Eva, again, I love you so much. Thank you for being a part of the team. You know, we got great things happen, great things popping. Okay, so listen, guys, I am looking for models. I'm looking for poets. I'm looking for singers. I'm looking for praise dancers. I am looking for people for Black history, women's Black history. So I'm looking for Black women to come forth. Okay, so guys, stay in touch. Visit theantidoteshow.com. Stay in touch with Miss Eva. She's doing great things. And again, remember, Marshall is not the antidote, but I possess the antidote because I possess God. And God is the antidote to all things. Do me a favor and get a dose. Until next time, God bless you. Y'all have a good night. God bless you.